All right, this is Coach Selby here with StretchExpert. Thank you for joining me today. Today's question is, StretchExpert, how do I do away with injuries? How do I do away with injuries? Well, on a previous video, I mentioned the importance, the number one reason for building strength is to avoid injuries. That's the number one reason. That is the only reason, really. But let's say that you are in the business of weight loss. If you want to lose weight, basically you got to convert your body into a fat burning machine. And in order to be a fat burning machine, you need to increase your muscles. Okay? So in order to avoid injuries from carrying all that excess weight, you got to develop muscles to carry the weight. Okay? So you need to increase strength. That's probably the number one deal on how to do away with most injuries. If you are strong enough in your entire body, you will have less injuries. It's just what I mean, the three tenets of fitness: strength, stretch, cardio. Okay? So number one, build strength. Arthur Jones, the great Nautilus guy, I loved him back in the 70s. He was like, you need to do a full body workout at 70 to 80, 60 to 75% of your max, which was basically full body workout, 10 to 12 reps of throughout the whole Nautilus machine would take care of you. Okay? Strength. That's number one, the way to do away with injuries. Number two is you need to make sure that you increase the flexibility of each joint in your body. Again, no matter what your fitness, no matter what fitness you're in, you need to make sure you increase the flexibility of every joint in your body. How do you do that? You become a stretch ninja. You learn the full body routine. And see, the beautiful thing about the Stretch Ninja is that's just the beginning. We go deep. This is a deep, deep practice. This is not just stretching. You know, we're talking about elasticity of your joints. Okay, yes. But then we're going to get into some deep stuff, man. We're talking about elasticity of your own consciousness. But we can't go there yet because people are uncomfortable in their own bodies right now. So why are we going to talk about expanding your consciousness when your back hurts? You know, you need to know how to stretch your back. You need to know how to hydrate. Hydration is the next area that leads to injuries. A lot of people are drinking substances that lead to dehydration. Any caffeinated, sugar-based substance can lead to hydration. It dries the tissues, okay? And when you have a dry tissue and you attempt, you know, say you just started a weight loss fitness program and somebody has you doing strength, stretch, cardio, has you doing just a little bit extra cardio and you're not hydrating enough. What's going to happen? Well, one of the muscles is going to be a little bit dry and you're going to pull on it a little bit too much and you're going to have this ache. And then that ache, if you don't pay attention to it by doing the full body stretch, it's going to turn to a pain. Then that pain, if you're not paying attention to it, it's going to turn to an injury. Okay? So if you're paying attention to your body, you must wake up inside your body and be present to how you're using your body, okay, every single day. Okay? Now, if you're an athlete and you're young and you're thinking you're on top of the world, I had a guy come in the other day and he's like, I don't really need this. I'm already flexible. And I had to explain to him that, yeah, that's great that you're flexible, not your hamstring, but it's great that you're flexible. But what we're talking about is increasing elasticity of the tissues and being able to have your joints respond. Okay? Because what we want is long and lean muscles. Look at Usain Bolt. That guy is long and lean. He is like a thoroughbred. long and lean. All right, and that's what you want for your muscles, is long, lean muscles. And so in order to prevent injuries, you need to have strength. You need to make sure that you have flexibility. You need to make sure that you have hydration. And another big area that people overlook that leads to injury is overtraining. So a lot of coaches tend to do this with their athletes. They're like, man, we got to be ready for this game, so we got to run an extra 2 suicides. Well, it's those extra 2 suicides that wind up taking the players over fatigue. They were already fatigued, and then it takes them over, and then they're trying to satisfy the coach, okay, and then they push themselves just a little bit too hard, and they wind up pulling a hamstring, or their back winds up being injured. So we gotta be wiser with how we train. You know, I'm not saying not to train and train hard and train beastly, but I'm saying we must train smart, okay? And know what you're training for so that you make sure that you peak when you need to peak. And the last thing about injuries is understanding the ratio between the bicep, tricep, hamstring, quadriceps, gluteals, groins, tibialis anterior, gastrocs. You need to know what the ratio is between these muscles so that you make sure that you strengthen them accordingly. And there is more. So I'll leave you with this. Go check us out at StretchNinja.com because we offer you an opportunity to learn the full body routine. By learning the full body routine and being able to put it in your life, you know, as a serious fitness professional, because anybody that works out on any level, I would consider you a professional. So you need to treat your body that way. And you need to figure out a way to make it work. Look, it's 168 hours in a week. 10% is 16 hours a week. Okay? So let's say you're working out 4 hours a week, 5 hours. I mean, even if you worked out 8 hours in the gym, your recovery needs to be at least 2 to 4 hours. Okay? So 10% of 168 hours a week could make sure that you do everything humanly possible to support your goals, your fitness, your health and fitness goals. Okay? That's 16 hours a week. That's a part-time job for a lot of people. And if you dedicate yourself to this and you learn, be willing to learn new stuff, and then once you learn something that works, use it. You know, Edwin Moses, great example. This guy figured out a system. By the way, he was a stretch ninja. He figured out the system and he used it. And he made it scientific. And he kicked butts. And if you don't know who Edwin Moses is, go look him up. I mean, the guy was like incredible. He was like a machine, you know? He was incredible with his discipline. And golfers the same way, you know? Once they find that pocket, that zone, they stay in it. Kobe Bryant's another person that's really mastered work ethic is really what it boils down to. So really do some soul searching. No matter what fitness you're doing, you need to definitely step up how you're taking care of what you do between what you do in the gym. Okay? Go visit us at StretchExpert on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. Or if you just want to really get right in and get serious with us, go to StretchNinja.com. I appreciate you and your time for watching this video. I'll talk to you soon.